day and welcome to the ObiDatti family program. All right, you already know ObiDatti family is a family that is made up of boys and girls, men and women of all ages that support the candidacy of Peter Obi and Yusuf Datti for President and Vice President of Nigeria come 2023. All right, you're once again welcome to the program. Today we hope to give you an exciting episode on today's program. My name is P. Catch, and with me in the studio I have other co-hosts. I have Idarisit by my right. Hello, Idarisit. I also have Loretta. Hello. I have Mr. Wisdom Uzoma. And I have Joy in the studio. All right, we are going to be looking at something very, very, very special today, and that is the article by Mr. Ebuka Onyekwelu on the West African Pilot News post. Okay, so this post is titled, What Post-2023 Presidential Election Might Mean for Nigeria. So we're going to be looking at this article, and we're going to be highlighting some points that Mr. Ebuka Onyekwelu, the writer, raised in this article. I think, Idarisit, you have the first story from this article. Can we have it?
Yeah, Mr. Ebuka made some very interesting points in his article. We have read the article, we have analyzed the article individually, and we have seen a lot of very interesting topics that he has raised. And one of which is what I'm going to talk about now. In the third paragraph of the article, he said, "It is therefore important that in the excitement and push for new leadership, Nigerians must bear in mind that they are not about to have a messiah in 2023. It is vital so that they do not feel disappointed in the new government, which will find it difficult to hit the ground running, no matter how prepared, because of the prevailing reality on the ground. The earlier this reality is accepted by Nigerians, the better for them and for the incoming government." As much as we agree with the fact that it is impossible, they say Rome was not built in a day. So we know that it is impossible for any government, any candidate that comes into power it's impossible for the person to turn things around in 2-3 days and all of that. That is not going to work. And I don't think Nigerians are expecting things to turn around immediately. I mean, in the past, we've had people who have come up and told us this and that, and we have believed them to be the messiah, like he said here, and those things have not worked out. But this particular election, we have seen somebody who has proven beyond, I don't want to say reasonable doubt, but he has proven to us to an extent that he's able to do things better. He's able to turn things around. So I don't think it is exactly right to say Nigerians should not expect a messiah, because this person, Peter Obi, who's coming into power, who we expect to come into power, to an extent, we believe that he's coming to turn things around. And so I don't think it's right to say we shouldn't expect a messiah. To an extent, he's coming to save us. We know that if Peter Obi should win the election, most definitely 2, 3, 4 years, things are going to take a very beautiful turn. And there are other people that have been in government for like 8 years, 7 years, and all that time, and then there has not been much. So of course, we do not expect things to change immediately. We know things are not going to change in like split seconds, but it is normal. It is expected for Nigerians to think that this person who has come up with so much bright ideas, so much beautiful thoughts for us, is expected that we would believe that he's coming to be a messiah to us. Again, I'm going to say that as much as we know that it's not going to happen immediately, everything needs time. The country is in a mess, literally. So we don't expect him to come and brush things up like that immediately. So we understand, but we know that to an extent, he's coming to change things for us. And in a few years, he will be our messiah. He's coming to save us.
I would like to make it clear to us, is Peter Obi a messiah or not?
He is a messiah. Let's all rest with it. He is a messiah.
He's a messiah. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Does anybody want to say something?
Yeah, I would like to add that, for considering where we have found ourselves, we would say he is like a messiah.
Okay.
Because we were expecting, we were told of change, we were told of new level, next level. But it was unfortunate that we did not even see. In fact, the change wasn't positive. It became negative. We saw ourselves retrograding. You know, so we we became very happy and excited when we heard he was going to contest, because having the two other major candidates from APC and PDP, having the two of them is just like the old wine in the same, skin, so it wasn't, we saw that it's not going to be a very good one for us. So fortunately, we have P2B. Now, is he going to do magic? I would want the electorates and Nigerians to understand that he is not going to do that immediately. But the most important thing is that he is going to set the precedents. He is going to arrange things better than we have ever seen. Our value system in Nigeria is bad. Before, when I was coming here, I saw someone moving immediately. He got to the traffic station and just moved without waiting for the traffic lights to signal him before he moves. We don't obey law and order in Nigeria. But when you have someone like P2B who doesn't, like the slogan goes, we know they give shishi. When you have someone like that, he is coming to bring law and order. You understand?
Yeah.
And for you to bend people to change, it's going to actually take a lot of time. But is he going to begin it, start it for us? He's going to do that. And that's why we want him. We don't want the people who will just come in with business as usual, where contracts are being awarded to family members. Nepotism will thrive. It's not going to be that way with him. So that is why we will say he is going to be a Messiah. He is like a Messiah because he's going to transform things, but it's not going to be immediate. So what I believe Ebuka Onyekwelu is trying to tell us is that we should not immediately expect, transformation, Nigeria becoming a Dubai overnight. You understand? Nigeria becoming a Dubai overnight. No. But gradually we are going to see changes take effect.
All right. So you also agree with either is it that Mr. P2B is going to be like a Messiah?
Yes.
All right. Joy, do you have anything to say about this?
Okay. For me, I would say that in the push of picking a new leadership and the rest, we should also put it in mind that Nigeria, we have a lot of things to settle. And it will not just take a day to settle the problems of Nigeria. It won't take the snap of a finger to settle the problems of Nigeria. So, in as far that we were pushing in P2B, pushing in the candidate who feel that is suitable enough, we should just put that in our mind that it will take a lot to build Nigeria.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, what about you, Loretta?
Okay, I would say the people need to understand that once Peter Obi comes into power, there's a system that is already on ground. And we all know that in Nigeria, we have a decayed system. Our past leadership, I don't really know, but with what they did, there's really a lot affecting the population. And he's coming into that system. He's not going to, the change is not going to just come overnight.
Exactly.
But all we need to do is be deliberate about who we choose to become our next leader and the next leadership. And because just imagine, since we gained independence, if we are very intentional about who we choose to become our leader, we vote them into power and they come into power, and then they try their best to make sure they make the nation a better place. And if after 4 years, after your tenure, you try to do your best and things becomes a bit easy, there's this level of standard of living and all that, reduction in prices and all that, and then the next leadership, we vote somebody who we know he's deliberate and he has the interest of the people at heart. He comes into power and he tries to do the same thing. You notice that the thing will keep getting better. So let's be deliberate about who we vote into power. Peter Obi, we vote him into power because we have seen that he's capable, he's well able. We vote him into power. He tries his best. Even the next leadership, we do the same thing. And at the end of the day, we see that, our country is getting better, things are getting so. Nigerians just have to be very deliberate about that.
All right, thank you very much. I also like to add, just like we analyzed yesterday, from Peter Obi's speech at the NBA conference. He was like, how did we get here? And he said that it's a cumulative effect of leadership failure over the years. Okay, so the place that we are right now, it didn't just happen overnight. So changing it won't also happen overnight. So it's already established that Peter Obi, if he wins the presidential elections in 2023, he's not going to perform a magic and throw a magic wand and everything is going to turn around. Okay, and we'll now have Dubai in Nigeria. At the end, if anybody is expecting that to happen, please just take that away from your mind, okay? Because that is not going to happen, because the rot has eaten deep, okay, into the fabric of our nation. I also like to add that if Peter Obi wins this election, it's also going to take everybody's efforts, you and I, everybody seated here, everybody's efforts, okay, to come together and help him, support him in building this nation. Nation building is not left for our leaders alone. It's also our responsibility. The way you treat your neighbor, the way you dispose your waste, okay, if you throw things out on the street, the way you handle money, the way you squeeze our naira, you're just degrading our naira. Exactly. So it takes the responsibility of each and every citizen to make Nigeria a better place. All right, so it's not the responsibility of Peter Obi alone. Please let us know this. We'll take the second story. I think, Joy, you have the second story in that article.
Yeah. Okay, Ebuka also stated that he said politics entails that both public and private interests of individuals. So it happens that people always gravitate towards the direction where their interests have been served better in perspective. He also said that the 2023 presidential election will largely be influenced by money. People will gradually move from talking about the most credible and fit for the job to the most likely to win. On this ground, I'm going to say that for me, I don't see it that way. Like I said before, we are in a new era where a decent number of citizens in Nigeria, they don't really care about the money when it comes to voting, when it comes to election already. Because what these people do, they will give us money, a large amount of money, if possible. They will give us money and they will take away our peace. They will give us money and they will take away our right to speak. They will give us money, they will take away the opportunity to live a decent and affordable life. The most especially, they will give us money and they will take away our security. They will give us money, they will take away our security. Okay, let's make a brief throwback on what happened in Ondo State on the 5th of July, the 5th of June 2022, where unknown gunmen rushed into the church, a Catholic church, where Christians were worshipping on a very good Sunday morning. They killed a lot of people. I mean, innocent women, innocent men, innocent children. What happened? They gave us money. They take our life. So are we still going to continue on this money stuff? Are we still going to continue? Are we still talking about money? We should not. We should keep it aside. That's how I see it. We don't care anymore. For me, I feel we don't care. A decent number of citizens in Nigeria, they don't care about the money anymore. That's how I see it.
Okay. From what we just read, Ebuka was trying to say that people gravitate from who is credible, voting for the credible person, to voting for who is more likely to win elections. Okay, it has been said that a vote for Labour Party is a wasted vote, and we've been told not to waste our votes by voting for Labour Party. Rather, we should vote for the popular parties that are more likely to win the elections. Okay, and I can see some sense in what they have said, because these already established parties that have been running for many years. Okay, the PDP especially has been running for at least 16 years, going over 16 years. And then the APC has been running for at least 8 years. Okay, now these parties have manpower. They have structures. They have people in power, people in government, people that have access to the money bags in these parties, and they can fund campaigns, they can fund elections, they can fund these structures, okay? And we have seen that happen over time. And it seems, okay, in the past few years, that the only parties that can win that presidency is either PDP or APC. Okay, so because of that, then they say, don't waste your votes. Labour Party doesn't have the structure, they don't have anybody, they don't have the money, they cannot go far. But what they fail to understand is that the power still lies in the hand of the people.
Exactly.
The power still lies in the hand of the people. So it's the people that will decide who they want to vote.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter the amount of structure that you have or the amount of money that you have, even though money plays a huge role in elections. Okay? And money plays a huge role in elections. And there's no saying that, nobody can say that Labour Party doesn't have money. Because Labour Party has you and I.
Exactly.
And human beings are even more than money, are even greater than money.
Exactly.
Now, what we have seen since the emergence of P2B is people donating their houses, people donating their platforms, people donating their money to fund P2B's campaign.
Yes,
Exactly.
can I add something
please
to
come
this?
in.
Well, I will not agree that there is no structure. And because what I think these people do is to try to dissuade people from believing that Labour Party can win. Okay? And the structure they mentioned for me is money. That is what Ebuka is trying to say, that people will leave the person who they think is credible, they should vote for, and go for interest.
Exactly.
That's a likely thing that might happen. Now, the interest that people are going for me, is how can they get money? Those that will get money from some of the aspirants, and those that might be promised getting political appointments. You get that now? Now, what we have seen, APC started in 2014. 2014. It was a new political party entirely. When they started, nobody told them they never had a structure. Or probably the PDP guys probably told them that.
But the APC is not like, you cannot compare APC with Labour Party.
No, Labour Party was even there before APC.
Yes.
Labour Party was there. Labour Party won the governorship election in, was it Ondo State, by Olusegun Mimiko?
Yes, Labour Party was there.
Already.
Yeah, it was there. But APC is a conglomerate of different parties.
It was a new party.
Of course.
It became a new party. Now, we saw a lot of people defect from different political parties joining the APC.
Yes.
Today we have seen people as well defecting from different political parties joining the Labour Party. We saw the PDP governorship candidate for Anambra State in the last election joining Labour Party. We've seen some other people in the Senate joining party, and we are going to see more.
Yes,
Exactly.
more.
Gradually,
Definitely.
we are going to see more.
Exactly.
We're going to see a lot of people move from the Senate, move from the House of Representatives, move from the various state House of Assembly in different states.
Yes.
Some governors will join. It's going to happen, because when you see, like a lot of people say, the obedient family and useful family is a movement. When we started, they said it was a social media thing. Today, we have seen the reality on ground, that it is not a social media thing. So we've seen a lot of people joining. We talked about the conference yesterday, and we saw the lawyers there being excited on citing P2B. You get that? Most of them there, in fact, everybody, a lot of them there, they were doing that not because he's an Igbo man, he's a Yoruba man, or he's a Christian or Muslim. They saw something in him. They think this is the guy who is going to lead Nigeria in the right direction. And they were excited. And these are the people that are going to vote. Now, the structure they are talking about, for me, I think, is money. All right? And people are gathering their money. The same politicians who are in these various parties, when they decamp to Labour Party, it's going to happen. It's happening already. When they decamp to Labour Party, they are going to also bring their resources. And the way you are seeing the way you're seeing the electorates behave these days, you'll notice that they don't even care about who gives them the money, because the money they want is the one they will share probably to the electorate at the polling unit.
That's what I'm talking about.
You get that? The ones they're going to use to hire a building, probably, where they will use as the office the campaign headquarters. Some people are.
But there are a lot of logistics that get involved in campaigns.
Politics.
There are a lot of logistics.
Yes.
But I tell you, individuals, all right, are volunteering. They are doing. They are offering. Okay. I saw a man in the north who gave a very big building as a campaign house for people to be in Abuja.
Yes.
A northerner. Yes. He did that. You understand? And a lot of people are going to do that. We're going to see that across the states in the country. So that's not going to be an issue for us.
We are already doing that as a media station.
Yes.
Nobody was paid $1. Nobody was paid shit to do this.
Yes.
Okay, so we are also playing our part.
Yes.
And I believe that every ObiDatti family member, every obedient person out there should do the same thing. Spread the word. We are saying today, even from what Ebuka Onyekwelu wrote, let us go for the credible candidates. Forget about who is more likely to win.
Yeah.
Let's forget about that argument, okay? Whether PDP or APC has the better structure, let us go for the person that we know will bring the Nigeria of our dreams to us. Isn't that the case?
Yes,
that's all we're asking for.
Yes. I think anybody who says if you vote for Obi or Wisting, I think the person is just being, I don't know the word, but it's basically politics.
Yes.
You're trying to turn me over so that I can see reasons with you not to waste my vote.
Exactly.
I think all of us should just come to terms with the fact that if you want to waste, let us waste in this place. Let's waste. This is where we want to waste it. If it now happens that tomorrow we agree to all waste our votes and it didn't happen, we know, okay, we tried our best. It's not like anybody talked me out of it or anything. I did try my best. I went all the way and then it didn't turn out right. So yeah, what I'm saying is anybody who tries to sell the idea of you're wasting your vote on Obi to me, it's a waste of time.
He's saying. I feel that person does not know what he's saying because it's our vote. Let us waste.
I mean, look at the movement. Look at the way some months ago when Obi declared, people used to say that, the last election, I think LP had like 5,000 votes in total at the presidential election. So everybody was like, see where Obi they go, where they go fine for. They say nothing will come out. But now we have moved from the argument of 5,000 votes to 2 million, 3 million. We have 6 months. We have 6 months. We are moving.
We've seen different states doing a 2 million man rally, 1 million man rally.
Yes.
Onitsha is going to have theirs, I think, on the 28th. 28th of this month, they are going to have a 2 million man march in Onitsha, in Anambra State. Now, look, what's the population of Anambra State? What's the population of Onitsha? If you can get 2 million votes from Onitsha there, you know what it means for him. So it's a very good. I mean, Obi is going to win. I think we have some people in the Zoom. In Zoom that was.
All right. Yes, we do. We have Vivian, Esther, and Juliet on Zoom, and we're going to be coming to them right away. Hello, Vivian. Can you hear me? So, are you obedient? Let's start with that question. Are you obedient?
Yes.
You're obedient. You don't look very obedient to me. You don't look very sharp this morning. I hope all is well.
I pledge to be obedient.
That's more like it. That's more like it. All right, so we've been having a conversation this morning, and I believe you've been part of the conversation. You've been listening to the discussion. We're just talking about what people would rather go for. Is it a credible candidate or the person that is more likely to win? What is your suggestion? What should people go for? Whether it's a credible candidate or people that are more likely to win?
We know that in Nigeria, the credible candidate we have is the one that is more likely to. For people. It's credible.
Continue, please.
Everybody is just saying it will be. We know that all this while, it's not that the youth don't want a credible leader, but we've not seen somebody that have come show interest. But P2B has come out and they are fully in support of him. They are fully in support of him, and I know that P2B's movement is going to be a restructuring. And just like people were saying, you're talking about if it's the Messiah. P2B is the Messiah of our country. And let's believe that 2023, we are going to have a restructuring in our system of government.
All right, thank you very much, Vivian. Let's talk to Esther now. Thank you very much, Vivian. All right, Esther, how are you doing today? Are you very obedient or not?
I'm very obedient.
All right. Okay, so I'll ask you the same question that I asked Vivian. Do you think people should go for the credible candidate, or should they go for these already established parties that are big and, you know, some people would say they are more likely to win? What should people go for?
So me, I think we should go for a credible candidate, because according to what we are seeing in this country right now, the credibility in Peter Obi is all we need for this country to survive. And we can't continue to depend on this previous party like PDP, APC, but they criticizing Labour Party, and it needs change, a very good change. And this change now we are seeing the people in Labour Party. So we just have to follow a new dimension by voting for these people in Labour Party, so that we can have a very credible leader as our president for 2023 election.
All right, thank you very much, Esther. So you're saying that people should go for credibility, and according to you, Peter Obi is the credible candidate. Vivian mentioned something very, very, very amazing, very interesting, and she said that the credible candidate is the one that is more likely to win.
Are you playing? Should he cop? Should he
something is going on now, and it's so pathetic that the ruling class would not want to accept what is happening. We have an overwhelming support for Peter Obi. Yes. From across the 36 states of the country.
Yes.
And it keeps growing. In fact, Femi Fani Kayode made reference to that growth, the development of the Peter Obi movement. And he's beginning to tell them, that's the ruling class, that these guys, they have a purpose, they have an idea, and they are coming strong.
In fact, he agreed that it is a movement.
Yes.
Remember they used to call us social media.
Yes.
I mean, Peter Obi walks into a place and then there's no space for another person to move. Just wait, let our president pass.
So it's overwhelming. Okay, so we are beginning to see now that there is hope, and Peter Obi is likely to win the elections. So anybody that is telling you that you're wasting your vote, or that you should not bother doing this, that this is not the time. Somebody was even saying that that Peter Obi is a good candidate, but this is not his time. That he has not gotten there yet. Can you imagine? That's from Dino Melai.
Until we die, until we lose it, until
they're going to receive a shocker in 2023, February 2023.
Choke them.
They will choke with their chest. We have another story from the article from Ebuka Onyekwelu, and we're going to be taking that. I think, Loretta, you have that story.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at the article from Ebuka Onyekwelu.
Okay, it says, if at the end of the argument of who becomes the country's next president is reduced to ethnic and religious slurs, for the most part, then the post-2023 presidential election might also come along with violence or some level of religious and ethnic extremism either way. It is instructive, therefore, that statesmen, civil society organizations, media and political actors must do all they can to de-emphasize religion and ethnicity in the coming presidential election. The people must also exercise restraint and caution in their engagement, as well as expectations of the new government post-2023. This last part is all about ethnicity and religion and how we can curb it. And Mr. Ebuka said something that he referred to statesmen and media and all that. And before that, we all know that Nigeria is a multilingual country with about 374 ethnic nationalities, and some are either Christians or Muslims. So I think the leadership, for example, the Christian leadership and Islamic leadership, they have a vital role to play by educating the people, their members, on voting for a credible leader. This time around, it's time we put sentiment and all that, religion and ethnicity behind, and make sure they vote for a credible leader, someone they know that this very person has the interest of the people at heart. This morning, I saw on social media a female pastor from Delta State. I'm not going to mention her name. She did something very striking. She was preaching, and immediately for a few minutes she had to sell Peter Obi to her congregation. She was telling them that there is nothing like godfatherism, spiritual fathers and all that. She's not going to let spiritual fathers tell her what to do or who to vote for. So she was telling them that people who are not obedient, they are going to reap the reward of disobedience. So she was telling her members to make sure they utilize this opportunity, and they should make sure they vote a credible leader into power. Because we've had enough of it. It's high time we put all of that sentiment behind. You shouldn't wait for somebody to say, oh, because the person is your spiritual father or the head of your religion, for example. You say, oh, this is who they said we should vote for when we went to church, or at the Islamic level, and then you say, oh, this is what we're going to do. Or we see people say, because this particular candidate is from my tribe, it's from my region, this is who we are going to vote for.
Okay.
So I think it's very important that we put all of this aside.
Yes, I think I will add a little to what she has said from what Ebuka wrote. Ebuka is a very fine writer. What this article is a very sweet one. He has been able to x-ray what Nigerians should expect,
exactly,
and things to avoid. Like he rightly said, he said that every statesman, every civil society organization, every religious and ethnic organization should make sure that we de-emphasize ethnicity.
Yeah.
We must have to de-emphasize ethnicity and and religion, because people will say, oh, some people will bring the idea that P2B is not from this particular part of Nigeria. Yeah. He's Igbo, he's not Hausa, he's not Yoruba. That is not what we want, because when you go to the market to buy something, if a thing, for instance, a wristwatch is sold for 20,000. Okay, as against 10,000. Everybody will buy it, irrespective of the tribe or religion you practice. If a cup of gari is 20 naira, okay, as against 5 naira, everybody will buy from the same market, irrespective of the religion or your ethnic group. So he is trying to let us understand that if we don't check this thing now, whoever wins at the end of the election, we could end up having same probably religious crisis or ethnic crisis after the election. So whoever you are, if you're Igbo, you're Yoruba, you're Hausa, you're Ishekiri, don't vote for P2B because you think he's an Igbo man.
Exactly.
Don't say you will not vote for him because you think he's not from your tribe. The people from our tribes, and in the long run, what has happened to us? You understand? And these same people, especially the political class, they have kept on dividing the masses along religious and tribal ethnic lines. They have done that again and again. But when you see them, you see a very prominent politician in the north will come to the south and marry someone from there, in the same political class, and marry from there. You understand? But they keep telling us that he's Igbo, he's a Muslim, he's a Christian, he's this. We keep dividing. They keep dividing us. Those that are, the masses, the ones that are not in the political elite class. So we must vote for P2B, who is the right candidate. And as we are voting, don't listen to anyone that will tell you he is not from your tribe. He is not of the same religion with you. Don't listen to that. Go straight and do what? Vote for him, because you know he is the right and the most credible candidate.
Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Well, come to think of it, looking at these parties, the major parties that have come up, the PDP, APC, and the Labour Party, I think the Labour Party has the most balanced candidates.
Yes.
The most diverse.
Yes, the most balanced when it comes to religion, when it comes to ethnicity and zoning. Okay, we have Peter Obi, who is from the southeast, and we have Yusuf Datti, who is a northerner.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have Peter Obi, who is a Christian, and Yusuf Datti, who is a Muslim. Unlike some other parties that we see Muslim tickets. Okay, and we see people that have refused to do zone, even though they had this consensus that they were going to zone in the first place, but they have refused to go out of that zoning order and have decided to leave their ticket open. Okay, and you know, a lot of people are aggrieved in these other parties. A lot of people are aggrieved, but in the Labour Party, everybody is together, everybody is in one accord, and they are moving forward in this election. So I think the Labour Party has a better option for us to choose. Okay, in between all these other parties.
I think we have a caller. It's
do we have a caller? Yes. Oh, we don't have a caller right now.
Okay.
Okay, so I think the Labour Party has it all together right now.
I'm going to add that I think these people, any politician, that is just mostly the politicians that sell to us that we are different. Because if you look at them, if you see events where they attend, they hug themselves very passionately. They do not care about these things. So telling us that we are different is a way to say, is a way to put some kind of bias in our minds. So we try to hate one person. Meanwhile, up high up there, they are together. They love themselves very passionately. So I don't think anybody who does that, any politician who tells you that because this person is not from your end, don't do this, person is playing you. And then in addition to what Loretta said about not paying attention to what people, to what your spiritual father or whoever is telling you to vote, this is not to say that if somebody should tell you, if somebody sells this person to you and then you see that this person is able to carry out what the person should carry out, because you want to be unique and stand out and not try to be carried away, you are trying to be on your own. You're now saying, oh, I don't want to vote this person because everybody's voting him, so I just want to be on my own. I don't think it's right. I mean, the point is, look at it critically, do your thing, whatever works for you. We are trying to tell you here that this person works for a lot of us, for he will do things that will better almost everybody's life. But if you look at it and you have the opinion that I prefer to suffer, okay, do that. Do you? Do you? All right. Do whatever works for you. But we are telling you here that this is the person that we think or we know will make life better for us.
All right. We have Henry on the line. Hello, Mr. Henry.
Yeah, good afternoon.
You're welcome to the ObiDatti family program.
Okay, thank you for having me.
Yes. So we're going to start with asking you the question that we ask every caller on the show. Are you obedient?
I'm 100% obedient.
That's very good.
Interesting.
Okay, so we're going to ask you again. Why are you supporting Peter Obi for the 2023 general elections?
For obvious reasons.
Okay.
For obvious reasons. Amongst the other contestants, amongst all the contestants, the major contestants, I believe he is more competent and more realistic in his approach in salvaging the economy of the nation. And you know, his approach of leadership gives a level of hope, which is what I think Nigeria needs now. You know, so far for me, he's been the one who has addressed the critical issues our country is facing, which is one is the economy and then leadership. So that is why I pitch my faith with people.
Okay. Okay, talking about hope, you just mentioned hope. People would say that we should not see Peter Obi as a messiah and not expect him to change Nigeria overnight. Okay, so do you share in this perspective or do you think otherwise?
Okay, yes. I understand. It's quite clear, right? Nigeria is quite in a lot of mess like right now. Actually, every part of the nation right now is in a lot of work. You know, virtually every sector, the education sector, the economy, the health sector, the security system is in a lot of work, is in a lot of mess, if I should use that word. So definitely we do not expect any desire to come and do magic in a space of 2-3 months. We should think about years, right? So but then it doesn't mean that there are, but then for me I believe there are issues we need to address, tackle on a daily basis. I mean, the other time I was listening to people talk at the NDA conference in Lagos, and they were talking about the amount of money we use on a daily basis as a result of the test. Nigeria is the only country, apart from Venezuela, Nigeria is the only country apart from Venezuela, which does not meet up with our OPEC oil quota production. So other countries in OPEC are requesting for OPEC to increase their quota, but Nigeria and Venezuela, for obvious reasons, they have sanctions. But Nigeria, because of about 80% of our oil is being stolen on a daily basis. So these are some of the issues. So these are issues I believe can be addressed at the short-term and on short-term notice. Yeah, so on a daily basis, we can be able to address oil theft, which is taking billions of dollars from our GDP. You understand? So these are the issues on ground. If we can be able to address these issues, which of course will have an impact on our forest sector, I believe things will begin to fall in place. So we can start addressing the issues of security also on a daily basis. I mean, we don't expect, but then realistically we are going to get a lot of results, positive results on the long term. Everything is not just going to happen on a daily basis. Clear example is the education sector. There is no magic that will transfer in a space of 2-3 months because we are actually in a lot of work. We have a lot of work. A lot of damage has been done to the system. So there is no magic, there is no desire that will bring that restoration to the education sector, particularly the tertiary system, in a space of 2-3 months. So everything is going to come down to the little work we do, consistent work we do on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, which could funnel through the period of 4 weeks. And that's when we expect tangible results.
Yeah.
So I agree partly with the school of thought that believes that P2B is not going to heal in a space of 2-3 months. On the other hand, I also believe that a lot needs to be done within a short space of time to address the bulk of our challenges.
All right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Henry. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right. I think we were going to be calling it a day very soon. We've had a series of discussions, different topics, and today we highlighted the article by Ebuka Onyekwelu on the West African Pilots page. All right, so I don't know if we have any last words from anybody in the studio before we go?
Yeah, I think I would say everybody should prepare. All those who had registered for their votes, that is, should get ready. In no time, they will begin to issue the voters card. So get ready to go and get your voters card.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So the collection of the voters
the collection
card.
of very soon that will begin.
All right. All right. Darius, any last words?
I'm going to say that I need everybody to be on their toes, literally. We're not going to relax, we're not going to relent. I mean, we've seen how far we've gone with this whole campaign and how we've been able to show Peter Obi to the world and let everybody see reasons why they need to vote him. So I don't think this is the time to relent. I don't think this is the time to relax, to think that we are somewhere, so we have to chill. I think campaigns will start next month.
Yeah.
So I think everybody should be on their toes. Everybody should just be out there, spread the gospel of Peter Obi, because it is a gospel. Spread the gospel of Peter Obi and let everybody know what's happening.
You already called him a Messiah. Now you're talking about gospel.
Yes.
All right, no problem. So very soon we open Peter Obi Church.
Okay. For me, I would say it's not a one man's battle. It's not a one man's work. This work is for all of us. Okay, he can't do it alone. Even if when you get there, we won't allow him to do it alone. It's for us. Okay, we're going to join hands together and make this work.
Yeah.
We're going to make it work. Like he said previously on the speech, he said that if you cannot fly, then get ready to run. If you cannot run, get ready to crawl. If you cannot crawl, get ready to scream. Let's just keep doing something.
Yeah.
Let's just do something.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, Loretta.
Okay, I would like to tell you that this is a race, and at the end of it all, we're going to win. And do not pay attention to distraction. Don't let anybody tell you not to vote for Labour Party. All of that is just a form of distraction to distract you. Your vote counts.
Exactly.
So prepare yourself, go to your polling unit. All that you need to do that, and then cast your vote for Peter Obi. He's our candidate.
All right. What about you, Mr. Wisdom?
Yeah, I think I am agreeing totally with what they have said.
Yeah.
Irrespective of where you are, your tribe, your religion, our best candidate is Peter Obi.
Yes.
Take the message to the grassroots. Tell your parents, tell your grandparents, tell your children, inform everybody.
Exactly.
We need to come out en masse and vote for Peter Obi, because he is not just our candidate, he is the most credible candidate that will bring transformation to Nigeria.
Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is where we draw the curtain on today's episode of the program, ObiDatti Family. All right, do not forget that you are also part of this family, and you should spread the word to other people around you. Keep sharing these videos, like, comment, and also tell people about this page. We have a page on Facebook called ObiDatti Family. Do well to search for the page and join us on the group, okay? All right, so we'll catch you again tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.